Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be delving into one of the biggest stories currently in world football, Liverpool's managerial change. Jurgen Klopp's departure will obviously leave a void in Anfield, but the appointment of Arne Slot is sure to promise a new era for this club. In this video we're going to dive into what this might mean for Liverpool's tactical setup, squad dynamic and expectations for the next season. Who is Arne Slot? The Dutchman is 45 years old and is currently the manager of Feyenoord in the Eredivisie. As a player, he played for multiple clubs across Holland and scored over 100 goals over his 20-year career. In a managerial sense, Slot made a name for himself at AZ Alkmaar, where he implemented an attacking, possession-based style of play, and during the COVID season, AZ and Ajax were actually drawn on points in the Eredivisie before the season was inevitably called off and never finished. In 2021, he actually left AZ to join Feyenoord, where he went on to build a new team with a recognisable playing style. In his first season at Feyenoord, he actually brought the club to a round 16 of Europe for the first time in 20 years, while also helping them finish third in the Eredivisie. In only his second season at the club, Slot actually went on to manage Feyenoord to their first league title since 2017 and won the Eredivisie. During that year, they also topped their Europa League group, showing the kind of progress and just overall positive impact on the club. This season, they're currently sat second and have already won the KNVB Cup. Tactical setup. Diving into the tactical side of things, we all know Klopp loved his gegenpress or counter-pressing, which revolved around trying to score, but if you lose the ball, no problem. That's when we actually pounce on them when they're out of shape, and that's when you kind of win the ball back high up the pitch and you try score. The style of play that Klopp brought to Anfield was just so scintillating to watch. It was magnificent. The way they win the ball back up the pitch, the way he motivates players, it was brilliant. It revolutionised the club. Off the ball, Ernie Slot actually adapted a very similar style of play to Jurgen Klopp. However, on the ball is where it differs. Instead of being focused on quick transitions and suffocating the opposition, he actually kind of prioritises more of a build-up play and possessional importance, more like a Pep or De Zerbi type style. From what we know and what I've seen, he prefers a kind of 4-2-3-1 regularly, but he's been known to change this very often. I don't think it's actually a set style, but his go-to probably, if on paper, it will be 4-2-3-1. Overall, he's very versatile tactically, and we have a squad that can help him do that. Squad analysis. How will this current Liverpool squad and group of players really fit into Slot's vision and tactical framework for the future? With players like Salah, Van Dijk, McAllister, Darwin Núñez at his disposal, it can really help him and give him a strong core that he can adapt different playstyles into. From what we know of Slot and what we've heard from Michael Edwards, we will probably look to reinforce certain areas such as kind of the defensive midfield and maybe left back and possibly another attacker just in terms of fitness and overall output really. For the most part, he's been left with a good intact squad with lots of young prospects as well, and I think he'll make great use of these players. Expectations. Finally, what can Liverpool fans and just the Premier League expect from Slot in this upcoming season? Listen, it's always tough to predict, but I do believe there's reason to be optimistic. He has a good track record of getting clubs and kind of quickly turning them around and bringing them success and kind of implementing his recognisable play style, having identity in the team, you know. When you look at the squad he's working with and the talent at his disposal, there's no doubt we're going to be a force to be reckoned with no matter what, even if it's a transitional phase or something. In the element of fairness, we do have to look at the negative sides as well. There's been some worrying comparisons made with Ten Hag. You know, Ten Hag was his manager that come in from the Eredivisie. He had great success and a good track record with his teams. And he's come in and he's, you know, he hasn't hit the ground running or anything. I mean, his first season wasn't too bad. They actually placed, third in the Premier League. They got an FA Cup or Carabao Cup. It was decent. This year they've fallen off a cliff. And I think any United fan will even tell you they've no identity, no style of play. Every week you don't know what you'll see. They could play very good. They could play very bad. But either way, there'll be no identity within that team. Arne Slot, will he be the same? There's obviously potential there. But I think Liverpool as a whole at the moment, the structure of the club won't allow that to happen as such. Again, if you ask Man United fans or listen to Gary Neville, he'll tell you the structure at United needs to change. And that's kind of the reason why as well the manager is struggling. It's just the background team. It's the way players do things. It's egos in the dressing room. With the likes of leaders like Van Dijk and Salah in that Liverpool dressing room, you can't have an ego in there really. I think the overall structure of the club just will not allow for a fall off. I mean, give him time, obviously. He might find a new playing style. The way he likes to play, but either way he will not fall off a cliff. The structure doesn't allow it. It's going to be very sad saying goodbye to Klopp, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't excited for this new era of new manager. Arne Slot, here we go. The Prem's probably still a bit away from us. We need to strengthen some bits. Slot ball will be in full effect from next season, I'm sure of it. Top 4 challenging 100%, and look, the league's never out of the question. The league is never out of the question. So will Arne Slot be the man to deliver success to Liverpool Football Club in the coming years? Let me know in the comments. If you did like this video, this kind of style of video, make sure to like and subscribe. And again, leave a comment on what you think of the new manager. With that said, Slot ball, here we come. See you in the next one.